Hello everybody and welcome to your early look for today. Today we're taking a look at a game that I have a particular interest in, and that game is called Neverending Nightmares. Neverending Nightmares is a game by Matt Gilgenbach, I believe is how you say his last name, and I have a very particular interest in this game because of its influences and what it essentially promises to do. Now obviously you can tell by the screen that this is in fact a Kickstarter demo because there is no beta or alpha of the game. In fact, the Kickstarter launched yesterday and it's already doing pretty well. But I wanted to kind of put this out there because of what this game represents. Now I haven't played the game yet, so we're going to kind of be going into it blind. But Neverending Nightmares is a horror adventure game that is heavily influenced by Silent Hill, more particularly Silent Hill 2. And that in itself has intrigued me. But a little bit about the developer. Matt Gilgenbach is an indie developer who a year I think or so ago released a game called Retrograde. And Retrograde, for the lack of a better description, was not received all that phenomenally. It wasn't a bad game by any mean, but Retrograde was a rhythm-based game that had a few flaws that kind of prevented it from being fully enjoyable. It was well, go check it out. You can take it a look at it on YouTube. It was very bright. There was a lot going on the screen at once. It was hard to follow, and for a rhythm-based game, that's very difficult to kind of deal with as you play, because things need to be pretty clear. You need to know where or what button to press when, especially when you're going in tune with music. But that's his last game. He's also worked on a couple AAA titles, including a Ratchet and Clank game. But Neverending Nightmares is a totally different kind of avenue for him, and I'm excited to check out just what he is bringing to the table as far as this is concerned. Now, they're looking for $99,000, and if they hit their goal, Ouya is going to double that, which is kind of cool. I really think that's cool. But let's take a look at Neverending Nightmares. Let's not hold out any longer. Neverending Nightmares is still early in development. The demo is rough around the edges, but we feel that it gives you an idea of what we want to create. We can't make the game without you. We need you to back the project so we can afford to finish it. We also need your feedback. Tell us what you like and what you think needs work. We look forward to hearing from you and hope you enjoy Neverending Nightmare. Now, it's important to say before we continue on just a little bit is that Neverending Nightmare, outside of just being like a horror game, actually speaks deeply about the developer. The developer suffers from OCD and depression, and it's very much a semi-autobiographical game about his life. Now, of course, we're not going to be going around fixing things, you know, OCD, like washing our hands 17 times. But it's important to kind of point out that this game is not only something that he really wants to make, but it speaks quite deeply about who he is as a person. So let's jump in. We're going to be using the gamepad. I'm very curious how it's going to work. We can obviously look at it's very simple controls. You interact and you move, and it's pretty simple. Oh, okay. Oh, dear Lord. Now, immediately, the art style is incredibly striking. Kind of a pencil-drawn look, almost like someone doodled it on paper. The animations are really pretty smooth looking right now. Now, the question is, can I do anything over here? It doesn't seem like it. We have torches lit, so potentially in ye olden times. Candles kind of everywhere. Immediately the art style strikes me a lot. It brings a homemade kind of vibe that can potentially portray something quite horrific if need be. The idea that everything's black and white with the exception of blood, which is something he has talked about, is really kind of smart because it brings out this striking contrast between the game you're playing and what you're seeing on screen. Okay, so I'm just trying to look around for stuff to interact with. I'm not seeing anything here in this room. I want to see if I could open that drawer, but apparently that is not the case. We're going to head into this bathroom here. And let's take a look at this, I guess. Unless I can't. Alright. Can I go down here? No. He kind of saunters awkwardly a little bit. The way he kind of lurches as he walks is weird. Doesn't really detract from the game in any way, but listening to that music is a little creepy. The use of light and shadows so far is pretty decent. There's oh really? A Slender Man picture? Are you kidding? A Slenderman picture, some rotting apples. If you take a look at the pictures themselves, a man being stoned. Well, my cat's knocking something over, of course. Can I do anything here? Let's check this house, this room. A seagull. A picture of a seagull. How useful is that? The attention to detail I feel in a game like this is going to be incredibly important. You're going to be wanting to look around at your environment when you play these types of games because more so than the gameplay, the environment's going to be telling you the story of what's happening. So it's going to be incredibly important to have an attention to detail as to your surroundings and what's going on. So little pictures like this, are actually really important to kind of pay attention to and to look, especially for a game that is so heavily inspired by Silent Hill 2, as he says in the description. I don't want to go down there. But Silent Hill 2 is easily one of my favorite games of all time. It's a phenomenal horror game, but it's one of my favorite games of all time for a number of reasons. One being that the story it tries to tell, or does tell, is whoa. We're back up here. So the story Silent Hill 2 tells it in such an expert manner that outside of the game being difficult to control, I mean, obviously there's a amount of horror that is brought about in Silent Hill 2 because of the controls themselves being relatively bad and you feel relatively vulnerable. But you know, outside of that, the game still stands very much on its own due to its story, and I think that's where the inspiration is going to end up coming is the visual imagery that this game is going to be using. I hope is going to be excellent. Now, is this the door I came through? It is. So the use of visual imagery is going to be incredibly necessary to really tell a good story here. I wish I could open that chest, but I can't. Now, the idea of just having the ability to move and control or interact, and that's it, is a good one, I think. And simplistic controls can, you know, take a look at Amnesia, for instance. You know, with simplistic controls, it allows you the ability to tell a great story. Of course, comes the risk of being too simple of a game and not really being too immersive. I feel like there's going to be a fine line at being balanced between simplistic gameplay and storytelling. Now, one of the other things they talk about on their Kickstarter is there a note on this? Can I read that? I cannot. We'll go this way. No, apparently no, we're not going to go this way. Can we go up this way? Alright, we can. Alright. Okay. Toy soldiers. Cool. Oh man, teddy bears. I hate teddy bears. The fact that we're seeing teddy bears means there's gonna be a girl. Little girl. Oh lord. Oh lord. Oh god. Alright, so oh god, here comes the horror element of the game. Alright, we're gonna pop up in this room over here. So now we're seeing dolls everywhere. We're starting to see some sort of young girl imagery. Now, of course, there was the little girl in the picture, so I'm curious if that's who it is. And I'm kind of lost. I don't know where I am. Oh man, things are starting to get a little bit creepier. And the idea of also the amount of screen that you're seeing at any given time is very, very tiny, which I like because the feeling of what's around the next corner is still present, even though we're looking at a very 2D, two-dimensional game. But the feeling of wondering what's around the next corner is still quite there because that claustrophobic feel is still there. This doll with the blanket over its head I don't like at all. At all. Like, even remotely. We'll go up here. We'll start going right. Whatever. Whoop. Whoa! Oh god! Oh god! Look at the clock! And there goes his head, and it's pouring red blood. Oh dear Jesus! All right, so it looks like we're gonna be going through here, and now we're in a dark area of the house. One of the things they are trying to do on this Kickstarter, by the way, is depending on the choices you make in the game will determine how the story kind of unfolds, which, for me, is a huge win, just because oh, Jesus! Oh, God. Alright, anyway, for me, it's a huge win, just because that's the kind of game I love. I love the idea that decisions influence how the game kind of unfolds. The further we go, the darker this is getting, and I'm not a huge fan of that, like, remotely. I mean, I guess we'll check out this room right here. A sewing machine and some some mannequins. So, what? Okay. Alright, so let's continue. There's really nothing I can do here. Oh, wait, did you see that? Let's go back in this room. Look at the walls. I noticed that as we're leaving. It's like in the shape of skulls, the shadows. Subtle things like that win me over, I'm telling you. I will suffer through the horror game so long as the story and the imagery that is there to support something outside of jump scares, which obviously are going to be present in this game. Okay, we came through that door, presumably. Where are we? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. My God. Something. Oh, man. We're completely in the darkness. I can't see anything. And there's something written on the wall. Why have you... I can't read that. Why have you forsaken me? Oh, why, my God, why have you forsaken me? Great, great. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. It's written in blood. I'm good. I'm real good. Whoa, that looks interactable, so that's always a good thing. Oh, so we could go into that room now and explore the deepest darkness, the deepest depths of the darkness. So that's useful to an extent, I'm sure. Alright, I hear rain now. Oh, God. Whoa, is that me? Oh, dear Lord, that's me. Good, we're just gonna walk by that, no problem. Can we interact with myself? Can I? Okay. Well, now that we have the candle, I bet you we can go all the way back and deal... Whoop, okay. That was a weird glitch, but hey, that works. Oh, Jesus! Oh, my God. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Alright, let's go. Can you run, dude? Running would be really good right now. Don't look back. 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 Alright, let's go. Okay, so, still some jump scares, obviously. It doesn't help that the mood in the rain and the mood that this game is presenting forth right now is incredibly, sad. I gotta get my shit together. I am not good with horror games. If you watch me play Among the Sleep, you'd know this. Or any horror. Oh, God! Oh, God. Okay, let's go. Let's just move forward. Okay. We're just heading back. I am not going through that goddamn room with the dolls. Nope, nope, nope. It ain't happening. I am not doing that. We just need to make our way back. So we need to head back, and we're going to go into that dark room where the candle hopefully will light us, because we ended up getting enveloped by the darkness last time, from what I remember. So hopefully this candle will stop that from happening. Can we light this on fire? I guess not. Alright. So down to the basement we go. This is going to go really well, I'm sure. Alright. So no lightning to light up the area, which will hopefully not allow us to see any creepy girls. Now, oh, okay. Oh, God, we're going to pick up an axe, and now we have to leave. Oh, Lord. No. No! No! I woke up again in bed, but this time with the axe. See, I'm curious because he says it speaks about his OCD and the idea of constantly waking up and like after whatever's happening in a new nightmare essentially, maybe speaks to the idea of having to do things over and over again until things are perfect, which I think is kind of cool. The lights are going out. The lights are going out, bro. You need to move. Okay. The lights are going out. And there's a jingle jangle, which terrifies me slightly, and the axe I'm holding is bloodied, which also worries me ever so slightly. This I love the picture of the Slender Man though. I think that's hilarious. I do find humor in that. This is a long hallway. Oh god, what is that? Alright, the sound of something walking with chains. It's coming up behind me. Oh god. Oh god. I am trying to sit as far away from my computer as I can, but I keep telling myself, you can't do that, Mathis. There is a microphone right there. Needless to say, this game is doing an excellent job at scaring the ever-living balls out of me. Oh god, here we are, finally. Come on, come on. Through. Let's just go. Alright, candles in. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Yup. And now I'm in an insane asylum. You've reached the end of the demo. Thank you for playing. About 15-minute demo. Wow. I am actually impressed. The Infinitap team, I think, have something special on their hands. If they can pull off a decently length game with the ability to tell a horror story that actually has meaning outside of jump scares, with simplistic controls, and to maintain that style of art which really sold it, like the idea of almost pencil-drawn kind of artistic style, very gothic in theme, really sells this to me. I don't know why, it just really does. I like the idea of shadows just being nothing but more and more lines as opposed to actual lighting, and the lighting just kind of making those lines go away. As far as I can tell, they have something special on their hands. And Kickstarters, I feel, really need a demo for a player to try out in order for you to get a good idea of what you're funding. I'd go check it out. It's kickstarter.com/project/infinitabteam/neverending-nightmares. The link will be in the description below. Check it out. Play the demo for yourself. Damn if I'm not impressed by what I saw, especially from the developer of Retrograde, which, again, wasn't a bad game. But to see this, really seeing kind of stretching and flexing his creative muscles here a little bit more than perhaps he would have been able to with Retrograde, is really refreshing to see. The whole story is going to be there. Check it out. It's worth definitely checking out, and if this is your style of game, I don't see why you wouldn't want to just drop the money and support this kind of game. There's an actual physical representation of what the gameplay is going to be like. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am going to go lie down for 5 minutes and kind of recoup my thoughts. Thank you for checking out this early look for today, and as always, I will see you all next time.